Hey everybody, Rose Matter here, and welcome to what is going to be the finale of Tsukihime. We are going to finish this game today, and man oh man, did things just go off the rails in the last episode after kind of middling for a bit. Akiha, I've been saying that she's been acting strange this chapter, this playthrough, and it turns out that, yeah, she was the one behind not the killing. She didn't kill anybody other than Shiki. When she killed him, like, all the way back at, like, day 4 or 5, maybe even earlier. And she's the one, like, what I've been seeing in my dreams has actually been her going around and taking blood from girls. So what I thought was Shiki was actually Akiha, and she's sinking into that darkness that Shiki succumbed to, and she professed her love to me, saying that she wants me to be only hers, and yeah, she's not happy about me getting close to Kohaku. So basically, she has left me in a state where I am unable to fight against her. Kohaku came in, gave me my energy back through, you know, not safe for work means. And I'm back, you know, full strength, and I'm going to try and save Akiha from herself because she's clearly gone off the deep end. So I am really excited to see how this is going to end. And I know that there are a couple of different endings, so we're going to get those today. We're going to wrap things up. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this game is going to end. Let's see if it ends on a high note. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the finale of Tsukihime. I blankly stare at the ceiling as I continue lying in bed. Kohaku is nestled beside me. I can only hear her breathing softly. She's probably asleep. I reach out and clench my hand into a fist. Alright, I don't feel any more pain or dullness. It feels like her warmth is still around me. It hasn't gone through me completely, but I can feel my energy gradually increasing. Soon I'll be able to move as I wish. It's no use hurrying to Akiha's room, so until then, I want to quietly linger here with Kohaku-san. Shiki-san. Close nearby, I hear Kohaku-san's voice. Please don't answer. I just want to say something. It's just my spoken thoughts, so please just listen. Her voice is strangely calm. I nod quietly and continue to stare at the ceiling. I can feel her gaze shift towards me. I'm not the girl that you think I am. I don't have a sense of self of my own. Even now may simply just be another act. A long time ago, I was always quiet. I never understood why people smiled or frowned, or could ever discover the meaning behind it. But I think that I did have a self. Until I was brought to this mansion, I really was alive. After coming here, I was forced to know unbearable pain. I think that is what destroyed my true self. I just became this doll that was just there. It was more bearable, and it was the only way I could survive. But even though I did that, it didn't solve anything. So I searched for a purpose and started to act to fulfill my purpose. I was a doll without any identity, so if I wore the right clothes, I could become anyone. But even if I became someone else, it was just an act. I could laugh or cry, but I could not understand if I was really happy or really sad. Isn't it funny? In order to protect myself, I cast away my identity and became just a doll. But the more of that I do, the more broken I become. I became good at acting, an expert at lying, and could deceive anyone with my smile. But as I try to fulfill my purpose like that, I keep losing myself that I wanted to protect. Just what is happiness? What is this thing called sadness? I became unable to even remember the meaning of pain itself. But when I would remember one thing, my heart would become agitated. When I'd remember the boy who disappeared 8 years ago, I would get this feeling I could not understand. The boy who was always playing in the garden, who knew nothing about me, yet invited me with his eyes. I didn't like him or hate him, I was just scared. After trying so hard and becoming a doll that could endure the pain, I felt like I would realize it was all an illusion when I watched that boy. When that boy lost his life in the garden, I was watching by the window. He died saving a girl that was not even related to him by blood. I couldn't pull my eyes from the scene. The reflection of my face in the mirror was terrifying. That was the first time I ever hated anyone, because I really was frustrated. I hated him, and only him. I hated him to the point of tears. I don't hate Makahisa-sama. I didn't really feel anything at all towards him. Towards Shiki-sama who killed that boy, or Akiha-sama who was saved by that boy. I didn't feel anything at all. I guess I was just taking it out on someone. Because I couldn't understand why he did that. I just kept watching his discarded, bloody body. Did he value someone more precious than his own life? Otherwise, he never would have protected Akiha-sama like that. But if he could do that, why didn't he ever help me? Why? Why were the people around me not as kind as he was? I don't know what that feeling was, but in my emotionless days, only that boy was shining. Slowly, Kohaku lifts herself up. But that's it. I don't understand this feeling right now. I'm very happy right now, but that might just be another charade, right? Is it alright, Shiki-san? Believing in me? Someone who doesn't know if she loves you like you do me? Didn't I say it before? I don't even know what kind of person I am. Since I'm just a doll, I can become any Kohaku that I wish. So this Kohaku that you say you love, it isn't me, it just might be another pretend Kohaku. She speaks with a satisfied smile and a wavering voice. But that can never be true. It's not true. Acting, faking, that doesn't have anything to do with it. You are you. A truly mean-hearted person can't pretend to be truly kind. No matter how you act, you're still the same inside, Kohaku-san. That's right. Even if it is just an act, Kohaku-san seems like she's having so much fun. That means that she's enjoying the role. It was her dream that could become real if she really wished for it. Yeah, even if everything was just a lie, I'd still like the another new Kohaku-san. Definitely. Kohaku-san nods happily. That's true. I thought you'd say that. Her lips draw close. She launches a surprise attack and kisses me. Her tongue slides into my mouth. I feel something hard. Something descends down my throat. Oh no, did she drug me? Hey, Kohaku-san, what did you make me swallow? Probably because she doesn't want me to go after Akiha. Huh? Something feels good. The ever-present pain in my body fades and drowsiness floods over me. Except Kohaku said that I need to take care of Akiha. Like I need to confront her. Hey, Shiki-san, I just have one last question for you. Which Kohaku do you like the best? Her close yet so distant voice. I feel faint. Even still, I have to answer her. I don't know, but I like this Kohaku. I speak as if in a dream. She looks at me in total surprise. Yes, I liked this Kohaku the best too. With an unmatchable smile, she quietly stands up. Maybe she is trying to prevent me from going after Akiha. The sound of a kimono being changed into. She must be out of bed and putting it on. Well then, Shiki-san, I have to take responsibility for what I've done. With a smile, one completely different than up until now. Her true smile. She leaves the room. What are you doing, Kohaku? My consciousness flickers off and on. Oh, she's gonna confront Akiha herself, huh? What's going on? My body's finally healed, but this time, my mind is fading. What am I doing? I rouse myself awake. Kohaku, what did she say to me when she left? I have to take responsibility for what I've done? You've got to be kidding me. Why did she try to do everything herself? There isn't any need to continue acting or to hide anything. I'd do anything for her, so why? Why is she still trying to go alone? Forcing me to sleep? Is she just worrying about me? It's really beginning to piss me off. I get up from bed. Desk is so far away. Damn, what kind of drug did she give me? I have to go to her room once, and I have to clean out her room and take all her medicine away. I somehow walk and collapse onto the desk. On top is my knife. I must have put it there after taking it out of the drawer. And yet, surprisingly, Kohaku didn't take the knife away. Crap, I fell asleep again. What is this strong drowsiness? No matter how hard I try to fight it, it won't help. Damn, Kohaku. Son, I'll pay you back for this. I grab the knife. Ka-chink. It flies open. I take it and... Man, this is going to be extremely painful. Thinking that, I slice into the nail of my middle finger. Gah! The acute slicing pain drives straight into my brain. Ha, take that. I pull the knife back out from my nail. Every time my finger feels pain, the sleepiness goes away. Wrapping my finger with a handkerchief, I stop the bleeding. Well, if it's like this, it won't stop me from gripping my knife. All I really need to do is hold it anyway. I don't even need the physical strength required to cleave through things. Damn it, don't do anything foolish, Kohaku. I jam the knife into my pocket and fly out of the room. Can't let Kohaku-san and Akiha face each other. If I can't prevent that, then something that can never be taken back will happen. I burst through the door. Kohaku-san. There isn't anyone in the room. Neither Kohaku-san nor Akiha. Are they next door? I run to the bedroom, but they aren't there either. Where? Where did they go? I run my gaze to the clock. It says past midnight. It's already tomorrow. No way. When did that happen? I knew that I lost track of time when I was making love to Kohaku-san, but I didn't think it was this late already. By this time, Akiha has gone out onto the streets to drink blood. I leave the mansion. There's no time to waste. Kohaku-san left to stop Akiha, but I don't think Akiha will listen to anything Kohaku-san has to say. Akiha isn't normal right now. If worse comes to worse, she'll see Kohaku-san as an obstacle that needs to be removed. It can't be the school? Of course, it always ends at the school, huh? The dream of drinking someone's blood I once had after Shiki was killed by Akiha. I don't know how it happened, but if that was what Akiha was watching, that means that she's made the school grounds her feeding place, just like Shiki. I do like this twist. Like, I think I said in the last episode, it's very much giving me, like, the final root of Fate, Stay Night, in that, like, the, the person who you don't expect to kind of be the antagonist. In this, like, Aki has always been trying to fight against her true self, against, like, that blood in her. And with her killing Shiki, instead of me being the one to kill Shiki, like, she's kind of, like, taken his place as the person that we need to stop at the end. I like it. I've been wanting something different with this route, and I'm glad we're finally getting, like, something different from, like, I always have to fight Shiki at the end and kill him. But then at this time, Akiha, who is a blood-sucking demon, won't be anywhere else but there. And I return to the place. It's quiet. The giant building bathed in moonlight does not look like a building that holds hundreds of students. For a long time, it looks just like a monolithic tombstone abandoned long ago, forgotten by memory, forgotten by time. My head starts to throb lightly. I ignore it and go through the gates. My headache multiplies in intensity the instant I step inside. My whole world wavers. My heart wakens. My fingers shiver in anticipation of battle. She's here. How vile. Only the smell of blood sticks to the air. The air is full of heat and burns on my skin. The wind is dead. The stagnant air transforms into a red cage of decay. I see countless red strands of hair when I look past my glasses. The red hair permeates the school grounds, and the building like the web of a 1,000-year-old spider, not a hole anywhere to let its prey escape. Akiha, this place is already a different world. It's not a world any human should enter. Have you gone that far? My headache does not go away. The sharp pain of my cut fingernail. My heart lifts up a rhythm of delighted sobs. I take off my glasses and grip my knife. How long has it been since I faced these lines? I never thought I'd take off the glasses I received from Sensei of my own free will. I didn't think even in my dreams that I'd use them to face my little sister. I don't have time to complain. Everything is set. All that's left is for me to cut through this red lock of hair. Burning. Entering inside, the temperature is even hotter. Burning. I know what this heat is. I saw it in the dream. The vampire that attacked a young woman entered the school grounds, and then... Burning. Dragging that body, went into that place. The room that the killer Shiki was once using. The silver moon looks down like a snake at the accused. Burning. In this classroom. Akiha. Nausea fills me as soon as I enter. In between the desks lies the collapsed body of girls. 1, 2, 3. All of them have completely lost consciousness. On their necks are trails of blood. In the middle of it all, that red-haired monster is laughing. Oh, Nissan, you couldn't wait until tomorrow? She greets me without a trace of malevolence. Thump. That impulse assails me as soon as I see her. I desperately suppress the urge with all my strength. The moonlight streaming through the window illuminates her. Thump. I haven't moved a step since I entered the room. My instincts scream at me that this is bad. That thing is something beyond what I expected. The Akiha that exterminated Shiki pales in comparison to this. I'm surprised. You aren't supposed to be able to walk, yet you forced yourself to come see me. I'm happy. I guess you finally... understand my feelings. Her voice is full of happiness. Thump. My reason cries out, Tohno Shiki cannot win against that thing, so you can't make it angry. Don't let it be your enemy. If you do that, he'll surely be annihilated. Thump. Even still, I can't run away now. Akiha, where's Kohaku-san? The air itself stiffens from her overpowering presence. She grinds her teeth in displeasure. She's over there. I don't know what she was thinking, but she's now receiving her punishment for raising a hand against me. She looks to the wall beside me. I follow her gaze. On the wall, is the crucified form of Kohaku-san. What? Her body is floating in midair. No, it would look like that for someone else. She's not dead, obviously, because it says she's getting her punishment. That makes me think that she's, like, not dead. That'd be wild if she actually got killed. But, thump, my eyes can see what's tying her. Her body's pinned against the wall by something like red hair. The hair creakingly tightens around her arms and legs. She passed out? Her head is hanging down. She really looks like a butterfly caught in a spider's web. Don't you find it strange? Suspending herself to the wall like that's quite a feat, don't you think? Akiha giggles. But don't worry, Nissan. I don't kill cats that bite me once. After she receives her punishment, I will forgive her. What? Thump. Everything goes hazy. Kohaku's anguished figure and Akiha's red figure match up, and all rational thought is disappearing. Let me warn you, I don't care for pets that bite me. I guess it doesn't belong to me anymore in my heart, so there won't be a second time. I have no need for those that aren't mine. Hey, Nissan, I can be very cruel to those who betray me. The sound of tightening reaches my ears. The red hair binding Kohaku-san's arms and legs tightens even further, as if to rip her limbs off. Akiha, you... I run towards the wall. The hair binding Kohaku-san cannot be touched. This is just an extension of her hair, only what Akiha's imagining. By putting Kohaku-san in her sight, she's trapping Kohaku-san to the wall with her willpower. Thump. Flowing power looks like red hair. It's something that she can't even see. I think suddenly, weren't my eyes designed specifically for the sort of thing from the beginning? By facing death so many times, haven't they discerned the very concept of death? Whatever, it doesn't matter right now. If I can see it, then there isn't anything I can't cut. I can't let this red hair do what it wants to Kohaku-san. I swing my knife. Maybe it's because my heart is beating so fast. My knife swings out with a speed that surprises even me. It doesn't feel like I'm cutting through something. My knife glides through the red hair with speed and accuracy as if I were merely reaping the air for harvest. Before I realize it, I've sliced through all the hair binding Kohaku-san in one breath. Her body falls. I catch her and touch her cheeks. She's still warm. Her breathing's weak, but it hasn't stopped. I can only see a few lines on her body. I let out a sigh of relief. I place her down onto the floor. Thank goodness. If anything happened, thank goodness that she's safe. Nissan, what was that just now? Her voice is shaking. I spin to face her, still gripping my knife in one hand. She looks at me and gasps. Bringing her hand to her mouth in disbelief, she looks at my eyes. What beautiful blue eyes. How come? You shouldn't have any strength like that left. Amazement permeates her voice. Did you? Akiha trembles. Nissan, you made a contract with Kohaku. Her voice quivers. It isn't full of hatred, but more like sorrow. This can't be. Then that means you chose not me, but... She staggers. She leans against the wall with eyes full of stunned surprise. Her face is pale and she looks like she'll vomit. No, she does. She vomits as if crying, her red hair fluttering. She hides her anguished voice as she continues vomiting. It's almost as if she were letting out her screams. Thief cat, I should have killed you. Right, she says as she stares at Kohaku-san's collapsed figure. She then laughs strangely from the bottom of her heart. Is that what you plan on doing, Nissan? You come here to betray me and then come after me? Incredible. You weren't satisfied with betraying me once. But you asked for help from Kohaku and came to kill me again? How thorough you are. Her laughing voice fills the room. The temperature of the room rises with it. Thump. On one hand, my heart is raging forth, and on the other hand, my reason is screaming warnings at me. The commands of kill and escape clash together. Stupid. That isn't it. I didn't come here to kill you. Liar. You slept with Kohaku, didn't you? And you don't need my help anymore, do you? So, isn't that why you came here? What did I just say? I said I didn't come here to kill you, only to stop you from drinking more blood. You were doing this to help me, right? So you don't have to anymore. My body's fine again. As long as Kohaku-san is near, You intend just to cast me off now? I really must look stupid. I thought of you so dearly. I loved you this much, but you don't even think of me. Cast you off? Don't say stupid things like that. You're very dear to me. Whatever you want, I can't say the words will do them. I know what it is that she wants, but I can't do that. I can't betray Kohaku-san again. Liar, I have no need for someone like you. The entire room screams. The air is burning. Her red hair expands without limit. This is overwhelming power. I start to stagger. Unconsciously, my legs move back. Thump. I told you, Nissan, I've no need for pets that bite me once. Thump, thump. Nissan, for me, you really were the most important person in the world, but that's all over. Because however much I yearn for you, if I can never have you, then aren't you just an eyesore? Thump, thump, thump. So I will kill you, Nissan. You're the most important thing to me, so I will not let anyone else have you. Thump, 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 thump. Akiha, I can't breathe. The air in the room is like a furnace burning the inside of my lungs. All around Akiha is that shimmering mirage. My heart, even now the impulse is still fight between escaping and killing. Geez, what's the matter, Nissan? I'm being generous here. If I became serious, then it would be all over, so I have to let you do at least a little bit, right? Here, won't you come slash at me like you did when you saved Kohaku? Her smile doesn't fade. The murderous feeling in the air almost makes me want to puke. Akiha is completely... I see, you're pretty weak, Nissan. You can't even bring yourself to kill me, but I'm different. I can't help but want to kill you, because I've been holding back for so long. Your blood, your flesh, your warmth, your shape, everything. I've always dreamed about making them completely mine, and mine only. While her body shakes with each word, she smiles with pleasure. My heart feels like it's gone crazy. This thing before me, it's already no longer the Tohno Akiha from before. I get a headache. It feels like it will split apart. The pain drives any thoughts out of my head. I'm about to go crazy. My head hurts this much. I will go crazy and feel like fighting Akiha to the death. Well then, let's fight to the death, Nissan. The Tohno and Naniya families have always had that connection. There's no need to hold back, right? She takes a step closer. Her red hair around the floor shakes. I don't care if you can't even do that. A spew of lies like you should just die here. She spits these last words. Like the time she killed Shiki, she stares at me. The ground jumps up at me, that which cannot be seen. A red thing that looks like a fiery aura tries to engulf me. The sound of something striking the ground echoes through the hallway. Huh? There's something wrong. The instant before I was about to be enveloped by that fiery aura, my body instinctively sensed the danger and jumped back. I took a giant leap backwards and jumped again once I landed. With that, I made it this far. My breathing goes wild. The speed isn't natural. I was so fast that I disappeared from Akiha's vision in an instant. If I didn't do that, there was no way I could have escaped that fiery aura. In that dream, Akiha plundered Shiki's body with just her stare. I am in the same position Shiki was. Akiha only needs to look, while I need to close in. There's too much difference in our abilities. No, I said I didn't want to fight you. Throb. My headache increases. It feels like my head is going to split into two and grow wings. The burning red aura flows out from the classroom door. She's transforming the entire air into pure vermilion, and comes out into the hallway after me. About a classroom's length lies between me and her. Amazing. Just what kind of body do you have, Nissan? Her hair waves around. The air in the hallway starts to increase without limit. Even if it's night, disappearing from my view like this is strange. Your legs really are amazingly fast. It isn't that you're hiding your body behind anything. You're just moving faster than my eyes can track. My forehead throbs. My headache multiplies in intensity. But that is over as well. I won't make the same mistake, and you can't escape my vision here. Certainly, this is worse than the classroom. The stairs are a long way behind me. No matter how fast I run, Akiha will simply seize my back with her fiery aura. But if I run into another classroom, I'll just be a caged rat. She'll probably destroy my arms and legs one by one, like pulling the legs off a bug. First, that's right, I'll destroy those wonderful running legs of yours. Her eyes fixate on my legs. The air itself smells of burning. I jump back. The air around me turns to that fiery aura and wraps around my arms and legs. I swing my knife. What I see is satisfactory. This headache tears at my right brain. Slice. I slice apart the red hair with the air around it. Akiha moans and stares at me full of hatred, but I am also in pain. Even though I sliced it apart quickly, my arms and legs feel a lingering burning sensation. My headache gets worse and it feels like it really will split apart. Again, why can you do such things? She walks over towards me, staggering. She must think it doesn't work because she cannot focus on my distant figure. Well, that's probably right. Her power works proportionally to the clearness of her vision. Because we're in a building in the middle of night, her fiery aura is slow in catching me. If it was daytime, her vision and the fiery aura would probably be the same speed. If that were the case, I wouldn't be able to kill the aura fast enough. I pull back with the burning still in my legs. Akiha follows. Since we're cautious of each other, we keep our distance as we shift down the hallway. And then, a figure emerges from the classroom we were just in. My mind freezes, my headache and my heartbeat disappear. This can't be happening. Why did you come out? Why couldn't you stay passed out in the classroom? Akiha-sama. Akiha turns to face the voice behind her. I feel despair creeping all around me. Please stop. If you do this, you will only hurt yourself. Even if you keep drinking blood and go insane like Shiki-sama, you will still suffer. Swaying, wavering, like she'll collapse at any moment, Kohaku-san walks towards Akiha. Stop. My outcry can't reach her. To get to Kohaku-san, I have to go past Akiha. How can I do that? You can still make it, Akiha-sama, but if you kill Shiki-san, you really will turn into a Tohno demon. Akiha looks at me and Kohaku-san, and then... It's too late. I already am a blood-sucking demon. I won't listen to what you have to say anymore. Suffer? You don't know anything about what I'm feeling, so don't try to lecture me about it, Kohaku. This feels wonderful. I can understand what Shiki was feeling. This is the first that I felt this kind of freedom, so I can't go back now. You're wrong. That's only what you're telling yourself. Isn't it just that you killed Shiki-sama, and Shiki-san found out about everything? So you want to make everything like it never happened? But that's something you can't do. No matter how crazy you may act, you're really... Silence. Don't try and act like a good person after setting us up to kill each other. Oh, shit. She knows. Akiha knows. Akiha's hair dances in the air. I was wondering about that, right? About, like, I wonder if Kohaku's plan from the last route, like, if she was still planning on doing that, and then I kind of showed her kindness and changed her mind, and maybe she's like, maybe Akiha can be saved because Shiki believes in her, or something to that effect. This is entirely different than the amount of power she directed against me. You must be satisfied. Just like you planned, Nissan and I are fighting to the death. Your revenge is complete, right? Ah, Kohaku-san's words are cut off. I see, Nissan doesn't know that Kohaku was merely manipulating you, so that you wouldn't be confident in yourself, Nissan. Akiha directs her gaze towards me, as if she were winning a debate. Didn't you think it was strange, going to sleep early every night? Having your memories obscured? That was all Kohaku's doing. She prepared you drugs instead of medicine, and then all she had to do was whisper in your ear while you were high. You are the killer stalking the streets, was all she had to say. And after making you a killer, she tried to get you to kill me. No, even if you didn't become the killer, you just had to walk the streets at night. While she made this elaborate play, pitting you and I against each other, Kohaku prepared everything with a smile. In order to carry out her revenge against the Tohno family, Kohaku deceived even you, who had no connection to this, and completed the situation that we're in right now. Yeah, it seems so clear now. That is why Kohaku-san would always appear at the right time, always telling me what I wanted to know, always giving me medicine when I couldn't sleep. But still, for Kohaku, you and I were just pieces to complete her play. Don't you understand? To Kohaku, you're nothing more than a tool. But still, you chose her over me? It's like, I can't remember, did Akiha know about all of this in the last route? Like, when did she figure this out? Yes, Akiha says this tearfully, but still, I knew. All of that. I already knew it, Akiha. Eh? A questioning voice. I wonder which of them said it. About Kohaku using me? I knew that a long time ago. But it doesn't matter. I love Kohaku-san. So no matter what she does, I just believe in her. I gasp. She really is surprised. With distant, longing, unreaching eyes, she looks at me. Akiha's dry, doll-like laugh. Then I'm just some sort of clown, rejected by the one I love the most, who's being used as a tool by the one he loves instead? Still, you still want to steal him from me. Don't be ridiculous, Kohaku. Akiha. Her hair starts to flow. I run. Even if Akiha ends up killing me, even if I can't make it, I don't care. I run and reach out my hand. But I knew the cruel reality, that the instant she walked out of that classroom, that my hand would never make it to her. Whoa, so, like, this just happens? We can't save her? A sickening sound. Akiha's hair pierces Kohaku's chest like a spear. Shocked, no, as if she was accepting it. She didn't even try to dodge. She collapses. Her kimono wavers in the air as if it were all slow motion. My brain doesn't want to confirm it and lags behind the flow of time. I was just taking it out on someone. I remember those words. I couldn't understand why he did that. Did he value someone more precious than his own life? She always wanted to become that precious someone, but that didn't happen, so she lived alone. And as if saying this is the only result she could end up in. If he could do that, why didn't he ever help me? That sin, not just 8 years ago, but it returns even in this instant. I thought it was so strange. Why were the people around me not as kind as he was? Her falling body, in that instant, even with her eyes clouding over, I see Kohaku smiling at me, or so I think. Okay, well, I know that there's a choice at the end of this. Hopefully that we can save her somehow. Be great if maybe Ciel could show up at the last minute and help us out and then be able to heal Kohaku and everyone can be happy. My legs stop. I can't speak. I can't breathe. My piercing headache is the only thing that continues. Huh. A fitting end for a thief cat. Akiha laughs. This piercing headache. I can't go back. I killed Shiki. Even Nissan rejected me. Then I have nowhere else to go. I'm free now, so there shouldn't be any pain. She faces me. The air burns again. Her hair coils around her like a snake. It seems like every one of them has a mind of its own. This piercing headache. Didn't you want to kill me? This headache. Not Kohaku-san. Wasn't I the one you wanted to kill, Akiha? Headache. I'm angry. At myself, who could not save her. At myself, who's still living right now. At Akiha, who could not save her. At Akiha, who's still living right now. What, did you want to die quickly, Nissan? Well, I wouldn't forgive her, even if she apologized. I would have killed her sooner or later, because it's not like she had any reason to live. She was broken a long time ago, so isn't it doing her a favor to throw her away? I see. If someone breaks, then it's a favor for them if you throw them away. So, you aren't Akiha. Yeah, this is very different from how Akiha, like, reacted in the last route when Kohaku died. She isn't the Akiha that I know. I was just refusing to acknowledge that she was already possessed by the mirage so long ago. Fine, Akiha, as you wish. 8 years ago, like when we ran in the garden. Come on, let's begin our fight to the death. My headache stops. Tohno Shiki dies. Nani as Shiki saunters out of the dark night. I visually gauge the distance between me and my enemy. It's about 10 meters. I need 2 steps to get into knife range. To ensure a kill, I need to take 3 steps. There isn't any cover in the hallway, and it's not big enough to hide myself by moving around. Even if I use the walls or the ceiling, I will have difficulty avoiding her gaze. Even if I take 2 steps, Akiha can easily fix her eyes on me in one motion. That's the situation. From this distance, I'll die faster, since she will be slightly faster. I see, you're finally in the mood, Nissan. Akiha takes a step forward. Even though it's dark, with this distance, she can see me clearly. Another step. If she takes another step, that will be my signal. Do I kill her now, or pull back? If I make a mistake, I'll end engulfed in Akiha's hair like Shiki in that dream. Another footstep. Okay, alright, here comes the choice. Okay, so we're gonna pick the obvious bad choice, which is to say kill her now, because that's going to get us a CL lesson, which we haven't had one of those in a while. There haven't been many choices in this, like in the Kohaku route, so we're going to go ahead and pick that. Before that footstep even fades, I spring into action. Here, Akiha's voice is a mixture of malice and pleasure. Enjoying the tension of battle, she smiles as she looks in my direction. That carelessness is my only chance and her only reason for loss. Not good enough, Nissan. No matter how fast you are, you just get clearer as you get closer to me. Her voice is full of delight. Her eyes catch a hold of me. Then the rest is simple. I won't be able to reach her, as she'll evaporate my arms and legs and collapse to the floor. Well, that is, only if she can fix her eyes on me until I'm completely burned away. My view reverses. Eh? Her voice is full of surprise. In that same instant, the red hair that was to burn my arms and legs vanish. It's fortunate that the hallway is just a straight line. Akiha, who thought I would only attack directly, can't see me as I climb up the wall and jump to the ceiling. Proceeding up the wall like a spider, my foot touches the ceiling only once. It's not like I can actually be a spider. Turning my body, I'm just using the ceiling for a foothold. The distance is good enough. Before my body falls, I use my legs to thrust off the ceiling. Akiha's gaze shifts upwards, and the burning sensation returns to my arms and legs. That feeling stops in an arm and a leg. They probably don't exist anymore, but I don't need them any longer. My body has the speed that it needs, like this. I collide into Akiha. Why, you? Akiha lifts her head. Being this close to her, she can easily find me and disintegrate my body. So before that happens, I cut it apart. That delicate neck, I cut it horizontally through her pulsing veins, making no differentiation between her skin, her muscles, her arteries, her bones, without mercy or compassion, like plucking a lily, without even any resplendent pain. Thud. Well, okay. Well, damn. I guess I killed her. But I'm assuming, like, if I lost an arm and a leg, I'm probably gonna die of blood loss. On the hard floor, something that's shaped like a bowling ball drops. It's all over. Her eyes are cluelessly looking at the wall of the hallway, and probably will continue to do so for all of eternity. Is that the last thing you saw? Her eyes being lower than that of a dog or a cat's, she fixes her gaze towards the dirty wall. Everywhere is darkness. Dying while watching the scenery, it's like a bad joke. Didn't the old man teach you that taking pleasure in killing is shallow, Akiha? Well, that would have been useless. Tohno Makahisa was shallow, so her messing up like that was inevitable. What a shame. Even though you were this talented, the fire that formed you was too weak. That's why I could kill her so easily. Doing useless things like enjoying killing. You did that, so you died, in this place, all alone. Forever alone, staring at the wall, that no one ever watches, not even letting out the final agonies of death. I mean, obviously, this seems like I succeeded, but because we're going to be getting a CL Sensei lesson, something's going to happen to us, obviously. Even though she's my sister, she looks so pathetic. My stopped breathing resumes. My burnt body feels power flowing into it once more. Because Kohaku-san died, my body was losing its power. But since Akiha died, it seems like I'm returning to normal. Well, in the first place, this body, this head, this heart, even if I embrace them and live, there's nothing. My breathing returns. My numb arm and leg still seem to be holding their shape. On the floor, Akiha's body finally starts to spill outward. Crawling to the wall, I manage to stand up on one leg. I open the window, and fresh air streams in. The cold wind blows through the baking hallway. Ha ha ha. This wind feels extremely good. It cools my burning body and my headache ceases. So why? Only my thoughts, as if my head is becoming empty. Everything feels the same. My vision does not return to normal from the red world I'm in. Above my head is the crimson moon. I remember that one dream. That moon looking down at the killer. Even at that time, it was a beautiful moon. So why? Why can't it evenly illuminate me tonight? Like a snake. Like an inflamed red eye, it stares at me, staring. The red eye looks down on me intently. Red, 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 red eye. I understand now. It made it all clear. What Akiha was looking at in her last moments wasn't the wall. She was looking at Naniya Shiki as he approached to mechanically slice her neck. I see. Then it won't go away, will it? Then the moon will always be red. In her eyes, the killer is still burning. I can't be erased. That's why, even though everything's over, I have nowhere to go. I lost Kohaku-san. I even killed Akiha. There really is nowhere I can go. What about Hisui, poor girl? She's just back at the mansion, probably wondering where everybody is. This is kind of like what happened in the one of the bad endings. Was like Kohaku dying, Akiha was dead too, like everybody died. Except for me and Hisui. All purpose, even myself, has disappeared. Despite that, my only leg limps down the hallway. The sky overhead still has that giant eye. With Akiha still watching him, Nana Shiki walks off to somewhere. Okay, I guess that's the end. So he didn't die. I guess I always associate, like, whenever there's one of these lessons, it's because I've died. Thanks for waiting. Time for CL Sensei's What and Why Corner. Due to popular demand, here's a supplementary lesson. Number 1. Oh my, Tohno-kun has gotten really serious. That's a no-no. Even though Akiha-san has turned on her invincible mode, you shouldn't try to kill her. When it comes to killing, you are by far the expert. You have some leeway, so you should just observe Akiha-san for now. Well, we'll end this lesson now. The conclusion of Tsukihime is near. Do your best, so you don't have to receive any more supplementary lessons. Alright, I'm gonna pull back for now. It's too early. To absolutely ensure my kill, the enemy needs to be defenseless. You made a mistake, Nissan. That was your last chance to kill me. The enemy stops. Her breathing and stare are full of confidence. That means this distance right now is her maximum range in this dark hallway. You were so quick earlier, I thought I'd still lose sight of you even in this narrow hallway with your speed. But that won't happen with this distance. I'm close enough to see the color of your eyes, so I can easily track you. No matter how fast I dash, she's saying she'll kill me before I get close. But that's only if I dash towards her. She narrows her eyes. Is she bothered by the fact that she has my life in the palm of her hand, or that I'm so calm? Or does that cause her to hesitate? Whichever one it is, just like Shiki thought, she really doesn't understand what a battle to the death means. You look like you're planning something, Nissan. She says the obvious. There's no need to answer. Is she stupid? I mutter and switch my knife to the other hand. I take it from my dominant hand and place it in my left. I figured out her range. All that's left. Ridiculous. You're getting scared now. I'm not scared. You're the one being scared and not able to move. Okay, you can kill me, right? Then you should do so. If you do nothing, I'll kill you the next time you blink. I'm about sick and tired of seeing your face. The air around her swirls. Her desire to kill starts to embody itself in her red hair. Her gaze into the surrounding air that turns crimson and tries to wrap around my arms at the same time. I leap back. More than anything, I slice the red hair coming to wrap my dominant hand. Ah, Akiha's clipped voice. I then switch the knife to my freed dominant hand. I slice the air around my left arm. It took a bit to free myself on this hand. Pheh, I can't feel my left arm. I can't see the wounds, but there isn't any sense of feeling, or feeling. I see now, that's what it does. I jump back even more. The red hair chases me. It isn't as quick as before, but still wraps around my limbs. No, chasing isn't the right word to use. There is no way to escape this red hair. When she sees me, it's already wrapped around me. It is wrong to imagine dodging it or avoiding it. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. Like the air touching my skin, the red hair is already wrapped around me. Therefore, there was no way to escape from that attack. If there's anything I can do, it is, before Akiha steals something from me, I have to cut the pipeline, that red hair of hers. The interval between her seeing something and stealing from it is only an instant, but if the target isn't clear in her vision, there is a small time before she actually steals from me. Before she can steal too much, I cut the hair to avoid a fatal wound. That's all I'm doing. Even though I can see her image of red hair, it doesn't make a difference that her ability is overpowering. Maybe she's taking it easy, but she follows me without running. I cut the hair that comes to bind my arms, legs, and body continuously. The left arm that I sacrificed to confirm her power doesn't move at all. There's no pain, there's no blood, but despite my clothes, I can tell that a big part of the flesh is taken away by burn wounds. It's making me uneasy, so that the open flesh sends sickening cold air into me. Thanks to that, I can't concentrate fully on escaping. My efforts to escape Akiha's gaze gradually become slower, and I soon stop. And it now becomes Akiha's range. Oh, what's this? All you can do is run away? I told you, my prey will only end up burning. She must be confident that I've been driven into a corner. She stops walking and glares at me. It's over, Nissan. Isn't it going to be fun? You're going to be killed by me without leaving a trace. I told you. Talking like that is a useless excess, Akiha. Crash. I jump back to the stairs and jump down them without using the steps. What? I hear her voice coming from above. I was only jumping straight back this whole time, so she couldn't react to me moving sideways. Well, I planned to reach the stairs while moving back, so it's no coincidence. Why, you? Stand still. Akiha looks down the stairs to try to see me. Now. Before she can do that, I jump down one more time. Flying down the stairs a second time causes my knees to protest in agony. I ignore it and run to the hallway. I hear the dry sound of Akiha's footsteps rushing down the stairs. Window. This is the second floor. I can jump down outside and still be okay. But then I'll end up like Shiki. I've repeated what happened in that dream this much, so I shouldn't have to copy what Shiki did to every detail. I enter the hallway. Even on the second floor, the red hair fills the air. They're like live blood vessels. Feeling in my leg disappears and I collapse to the ground. Crap. My left leg is wrapped in hair. Did she see my leg as I went down the stairs? I'm outside her visual range, so this won't be fatal, but shit, she's even more wicked than I thought. I cut the hair. My left leg, it's now just like my left arm. The sound of footsteps comes closer. Before she enters the hallway, I dash into a classroom. Holding my breath, I lean against the wall between us. I don't believe it. Half of my body might as well be dead. I was aware of it, but I didn't think that I'd end up copying that dream this much. Tap, tap, tap. The footsteps draw nearer and nearer. In my dream, Shiki was killed right after this. Shiki's decision wasn't incorrect. He just didn't have a full understanding of Akiha's ability. The burnt smell of the air, the temperature's scorching resemblance of deep summer, and the body parts that disintegrate with burning pain. All of these facts made Shiki think that Akiha's power was burning the enemy, but the truth is the opposite. Akiha entangles her target with her red hair and completely steals their heat. This causes instant freezing, followed by vaporization, making it look like it disintegrated. If it truly was burning, then matters would be hopeless once the flame was lit. No matter how many times the red hair is sliced, it's not possible to cut off your own body, but that's just stealing and taking in. Therefore, even if I get completely wrapped by the red hair, as long as I can cut off the hair before I'm completely drained and kill Akiha herself, then there's no problem. While she lives, she can turn her target into an inferno. But that illusion of fire will die when Akiha dies. I was already prepared to have my left arm burned when I stuck it out. I was prepared to cut it from my shoulder once it lit up, but there was no need for that. Akiha's ability will not kill me if I can stop Akiha herself. Since she's not a true flame user, a surprise attack cannot end up in mutual death as she dies before me. I hear a sound. I hear her footstep right behind my back. Without a doubt, Akiha is about to pass the classroom without even noticing I'm here. Alright, well, the choice that I would have instinctively made would be to wait until she walks by and attack her from behind. So based on these choices, the fact that kill her before she notices me seems to be the correct choice. I'm like, is Akiha just doomed to die? Is she too far gone? That's surprising. And also, yeah, it seems in this one, I was mistaken. I thought that, like usual, there would be like 2 different endings, but it seems like that's not the case. So yet another way that this ending, the final ending, is going to be different. All right, so this is the one we don't want to choose. This is going to lead towards a CL lesson. The footsteps pass by. I only have one chance. The instant she passes by the classroom, I'll jump out into the hallway and attack her. If the distance is too great, I'll be killed, just like Shiki. The footsteps keep moving, about a distance of 2 meters. At her stride, that should be about 8 steps. Okay, I sneak silently over and place my hand on the door. Tap, tap. The hard sound of her footsteps come closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The footsteps stop there. She hasn't passed to the classroom. She just stands on the other side of the door. What? Time stops. Thump. The inside of my head torques painfully. Does she know? Does she know? Then what should I do? She can't come into the classroom unless she opens the door. She needs to come into the classroom in order to see me. So, as long as the door is closed, she can't kill me. Then I don't care. If she tries to open the door, then it's fine. It'll just be a battle between what's faster, my slicing or her looking. Calm. I take a deep breath. But it still doesn't change the fact that I'm at a disadvantage. All Akiha needs to do is look, but I have to see the lines in her body and then slice them with my knife. Since I have to make an extra movement, even though this is my range, I can't say it's my advantage. Eh? All of a sudden, a crash comes from the window. What? My brain freezes. I instantly lose all feeling in my arms and legs. My heavy body rises up and slammed against the wall. My field of vision cuts off. The water in my eyes evaporates instantly, and I can't see anything. I don't know anything about what's going on the outside world. All I can understand is what I'm doing. I'm suspended in midair, and just like Kohaku-san earlier, I'm crucified to the wall by Akiha's hair. How careless. It's nothing compared to a natural-born assassin like you, Nissan, but I can still hide my presence. Well, that's what I did. While you were paying so much attention to the hallway, I came by from the next classroom. Next time, you should learn from experience and pay attention to the balcony, too. She giggles. My neck is being constricted. My limbs have no feeling, as if they were cut off. My body is being saturated with Akiha's hair. Ah, that was rude. There is no next time for you, Nissan. Besides, I'm sorry. I rudely ate you instantly. Even though I consumed most of you in the heat of the moment, you're still conscious, right? Please forgive my lack of manners, since I'll do it right this time. Well then, I'll have you. Farewell, Nissan. My body burns. The red lock of hair sears both my body and my very soul. Thump. I can hear my last heartbeat. How stupid. Even though I knew so much, Nadia Shiki still ended up the same as Tohno Shiki. Thanks for waiting. Time for CL Sensei's What and Why corner. Due to popular demand, here is a supplementary lesson, number 2. Oh my, Akiha-san is like a monster. Maybe she had something pent up all this time against Tohno-kun, but she's gone pretty crazy. I don't think so. That's nothing. Yeah, I don't recall ever asking a non-human like you anything. Heroines that don't even appear should just be quiet. Ugh, I was treated like this until the very end. Do you want to eat ramen? Well then, this time the cause was your carelessness, Tohno-kun. Shiki-kun showed you that method was not going to work, but you repeated it anyway, right? I'll make this a resubmit. Please go back and try again. After this, it will finally be the end. This will be the final lesson. Thank you so much for listening up until now. Alright, here we go. Truly is the end here. The last decision to make. This is it. I don't plan on ending up like Shiki in that dream. I'll dismantle Tohno Akiha right here and now. I focus on the lines running along the wall. On the other side, I can hear her footsteps. More intently, I stare hard at the wall, as if my brain would fry. The footsteps are right in front of me. Across this thin wall, Akiha is walking, completely defenseless. If I do this well, I don't even have to do it myself. Tohno Akiha will die, being crushed by the wall. No, the wall's too thin. That won't kill her. So then, cutting that long hair and dismembering her body is my role. Kill Akiha. The no longer human Akiha. She's someone I can kill. She's no longer human. But still. But Akiha is Tohno Shiki's younger sister. Do that, just because she isn't human anymore? Throb. Headache. I thought the headache was gone, so why? Throb, throb, throb. This headache. The pain feels like my eyes will burst from my head. It's because I tried to see the lines on the wall. My head hurts. If it hurts this much, my recent self feels like it will go away. Throb, throb, throb. Don't think. Ignore the headache. If I think right now, I will definitely recognize my mistake. Before that happens, before I return to Tohno Shiki, I have to kill Akiha before she kills me. I swing my knife with all my strength. A dry sound. With one giant swing, I draw a circle into the wall with my knife that cuts cleanly through the wall like butter. And then, facing the hallway, I kick down the cut wall. Eh? Akiha's voice almost sounds comical. That's only natural. Having a large circle suddenly appear in the wall and burst out against her, she should be surprised. And it's all over. I jump through the opening in the wall and into the hallway. Over here, my figure is completely hidden from Akiha's view by the wall. The collapsing wall rushes towards her. The red hair wraps around it. It even steals heat from inorganic things. The wall starts to break apart, but before she can break it down, my knife dismantles it. Pieces. The wall falls into clumps of varying size. It all happens in an instant. The scene, it lasts for 1 instant. Her hair races back up. It wraps around my body, but it's too late. I slice through both the wall and the fiery aura around her. She won't be able to instantly put out more heat, not that it matters, because my knife is far faster than her hair as I push her down and get on top of her. Akiha's voice. My knife is raised. All I have to do is pass through the line running from her left collarbone to her right lung, but Akiha's hair is wrapping around my arm. It flows around my neck, around my body. I know if I wait, in an instant, my body will be vaporized, but the headache doesn't go away. My head hurts, Akiha, even though the command to kill repeated itself so many times in my head. And I hated you so much, but still. I guess that both of them, like, he's giving into the Nania blood as she's giving into, like, the demon blood, but maybe at the very last moment they'll both recognize, like, hey, this is stupid, let's not fight each other. Why? Why did I wake up? Why did Akiha suddenly look like her old self? If it wasn't for that, I would have brought this knife down, but still. My skin's burning. The hair that wraps around my body steals my heat. My vision starts to fade. I can't force Akiha down. With a breath, my body's so light now that it feels like she could blow me over with one breath. But my arms are still alive. I can still make it. If I don't die, victory's mine. As long as I can kill her now, she can't steal any more of my heat. But still, for some reason, I can't bring down my knife. How incredibly naive. Akiha will kill me without hesitation. I already know that, because Akiha is not the same from before. But still, such a thing. I just can't do it. Throb, headache. It's bothered me many times, but I have to think it this time. I was wrong, thinking that just because she isn't human, she isn't like the old Akiha, that it's acceptable to kill her. No matter how much she changes, Akiha is Akiha. Always helping me, always waiting for me. My dear sister. Why did I think I could hurt her? Throb. My headache disappears. The strength in my body also disappears. As my mind dims, I put all of my strength into my arms, so my knife will not descend on her. Is he gonna, like, give her a hug instead, and maybe that's gonna snap her out of it? Why won't you kill me? Akiha's voice. I'm a vampire, right? A monster that feeds on human blood at night. I'm trying to kill you right now. I even killed Kohaku, so why? Why do you have that sad look on your face? My heat is still being stolen. Unlike me, Akiha really has no mercy. Already, my body feels cold, as if I already died. Stop it. It's not fair to die looking like that. I'm the one to blame. You should hate me to the end. Can't you even say that you hate me for killing Kohaku? Kohaku had to hate me too. I'm the daughter of Tohno Makahisa, and I kept her bound to the mansion while I knew her feelings. That's why I thought it'd be okay if it was Kohaku. If she wanted revenge on the Tohno family, then I would play along. Even if drinking her blood made me less than human. Because she hated me, I thought it couldn't be helped. I see, Akiha was the same as me. She knew. She knew that Kohaku-san plotted on our downfall, but still. But it couldn't be helped, right? I had no way of making it up to her. If she wanted it, then the most I could do as a member of the Tohno blood was to support her. That's wrong. I surprise myself as I voice my thoughts. I'm still alive, it seems. What? Nissan, I can't hear you well. That's wrong, Akiha. Kohaku-san doesn't hate anyone. She didn't wish for all this because she wanted to. That's right, it's just she couldn't find any other purpose, so she only desperately acted out that plan. That was all she could do. All she could do was try with all her might to deceive herself into thinking that she had a purpose to live. Akiha, I think I led a happier life compared to you or Kohaku-san. So, I'm sorry. I don't know. Neither your pain from being bound to the Tohno family, nor Kohaku-san's pain, where this was all she could do. How ironic. No one is to blame. Not me, not you, not Shiki, not Kohaku-san. No one is to blame. So why did we end up choosing to kill each other? Nissan, maybe you can still make it. Akiha's still being pinned. She looks up at me aimlessly as she says this. You'll die soon, Nissan, but if you kill me, I think you can make it. Kohaku's no longer alive, so I can't say that for sure. Her eyes turn serious as she looks up at me. Right? So please hurry up and swing down your knife. That will save you. Akiha sulkingly says those ridiculous words. Geez, I'm saying that if I could do that, I would have already done it a long time ago. Fine, if you can't do that, then I'll be the one who survives, okay? Starting tomorrow, I will turn these streets into a painting of pure hell. Not just Hisui, but I'll make people like your dear friend suffer. I can tell she's pretty serious. Idiot, if you did that, a scary person from somewhere would come and make things difficult. I bet that there's a skilled vampire hunter out there that would fight you both day and night. So don't think about painting a scene of pure hell. If at all possible— yeah, right? Where's CL in all this? She's a little bit asleep at the wheel. If all possible, I want her to resist sucking blood, even though it might be hard, and just live like she did before all this. Why? Why do you look at me like that, Nissan? I'm no longer the Akiha from before. Even now, I want to bite into your neck. Just like Shiki, I'm a crazed, possessed monster, right? Then you should return to how you were like before, and kill me once and for all. She pouts and looks as if it were all my fault. She says I should kill her. That's certainly my own words from before. But that isn't good. I can't do it. I can't kill you, Akiha. You're thinking about me from before. But I'm different. I'm not the Tohno Akiha, you know. No, that has nothing to do with it. Even if you were possessed and it was to destroy that. As Tohno Shiki, I can't harm Tohno Akiha. I love this black-haired girl who forgave me so much these past 8 years. Even if I love her as a sister, different from the way she feels. Akiha, you're my dear sister. I can't ever hurt you. She opens her eyes. Her shoulders fall as she lets out a deep breath. What are you saying? You've always hurt me, Nissan. If you can't even realize that, then you really are dense, aren't you? Her whispered voice is very gentle, and then she brings both her hands on my stopped hand. With just that, I can see her intentions. Oh shit, she's gonna like do it herself. She's gonna make me put the knife into her. I try to pull back, but I have no strength. Just like she said, I lost the freedom to control my body a long time ago. Stop. Stop it, Akiha. I frantically raise my voice. She pretends not to hear me, and smiles. Geez, that's why I have to do it all myself, even now. Her smile seems happy, but also full of sadness. She puts power into her hands. The knife descends, but that's not where the line is, just her heart. If that's pierced, it will be fatal and painful. Akiha! I can't stop my arm. I can't prevent her from doing this. How? How can this happen? In the end, I tried to save 2 people important to me, yet I'm about to lose them both before my very eyes. No! What is it? My arm is stopped. Akiha's 2 hands pressing down on my hand, as if embracing them. Someone drapes over them as well. Wait, don't tell me Kohaku, like, managed to appear out of nowhere. And Akiha looks disbelievingly at the figure. Just like Akiha, I stare blankly. Kohaku? Of course. Of course. Yes, Akiha-sama, it's me. It is me, so please, please, let go. With a face close to tears, Kohaku-san pulls the knife away from Akiha. Kohaku. I'm guessing Kohaku will be able to save me through synchronization and maybe be able to save Akiha too, and everyone will live happily ever after. Akiha's in a daze, as if the demon that caught a hold of her is completely left. She stares at Kohaku-san in surprise. I see. You were alive. Yes, Akiha-sama. You only made me lose consciousness. At the last instant, you held back from killing me. Her eyes flicker with sadness, even while possessed by fury. There was still humanity deep within Akiha. That was what saved Kohaku-san. Akiha sighs. She closes her eyes as she lets out that breath. Goodness, I guess this means you've won everything. You're alive. And this is the end of the Tohno bloodline. But maybe it's for the best. To be honest, I was thinking of resting too. Her arms drop to her sides. Go ahead, Kohaku. Nissan wasn't able to, but you can kill me, right? I tried to kill you, and I am the daughter of the hated Tohno Makahisa. Kohaku-san holds the knife and stares at Akiha, and she shakes her head. It's terribly quiet, like melting ice. Time flows by calmly. That's strange. I wonder why even Kohaku can't kill me. With her eyes still closed, she speaks softly, as if she were sleeping. Of course, it's because I like you, Akiha-sama. Clang. The knife Kohaku-san was holding clatters to the ground. No matter how much you hate me, I want to always serve you. So, Akiha-sama, if you feel sorry for me at all, please, do not die. If you die like this, I will go back to being the Kohaku from before. You're asking something pretty difficult. A deep sigh. Akiha averts her gaze as if she was pouting, but I guess it can't be helped. I owe you from before, so I won't do anything for now. Same for you, Nissan. I'll think it's good enough for you to love me as your sister. Her hair flows. The binding around my body disappears, and I collapse to the floor. At some point, the sky became deep and clear. The silver moon, the pale hallway now shows no trace of the fiery aura. Akiha's hair is still red, but the mirage that burdened her is long gone. Now, with Kohaku-san here, Akiha should be okay. My mind starts to recede. My cold body starts to drift towards sleep. But before that, I watch the peaceful moonlight and think, after a while, after I've gotten used to living in the mansion, I think selfishly that we'll be living happily, like right now. I think it's going to be awkward for a little bit. I know that Akiha, you can't just turn off your feelings like that. You can't just be like, okay, I guess I'll just be happy with you thinking of me as your sister and not having romantic feelings. Like, Akiha's going to have to watch the two of them, like, be romantic. It's going to take some time, I think, before she actually accepts it. And also Hisui's there too. Probably happy to have her sister kind of like happy, truly happy. Shiki-sama, please wake up. Shiki-sama. I hear a voice, Hisui's voice that I've heard so many times. It is past time. I do not think it's a good idea to keep sleeping like this. Hisui's reserved voice, but with that, it's impossible to wake me up since I was so excited last night I couldn't get to sleep. Shiki-sama, please wake up, or I think Akiha-sama will be mad at you again. That's instant. My mind snaps from its dozing. I jump up from bed. Hisui stares at me from the side as I panic. I can hear the voices of cicadas from outside. It's still morning, but the sun is streaming in pretty strong, and my sweat drenches my pajamas. Well, it's a pretty typical summer morning. Ah, good morning. Good morning, Shiki-sama. Hisui gives a succinct bow. She acts very calm, but I get a bad feeling about all this. Hisui, don't tell me that Akiha hasn't left yet. Yes, Akiha-sama's waiting in the sitting room until she sees your face, Shiki-sama. That's right, I think she's been waiting for about an hour now. I look at the clock. It tells me it's around 10 in the morning. Damn, why is she waiting around so late today of all days? Because it is the morning you leave for your trip, Shiki-sama. I think it's only natural for Akiha-sama to see you off. Ah. Her gaze is painful for some reason. That's supposed to be a secret, but maybe Hisui and Akiha already know about it. Got it. Anyway, I'll go to the sitting room right away. I'm guessing like him and Kohaku are going on a little vacation. Please go there ahead of me. As you wish. Then, excuse me. Hisui courteously exits the room. After changing into the clothes I got ready yesterday, I sling a bag over my shoulder and leave my room. I see Akiha in the sitting room, and she really doesn't seem to be in a good mood. Hey, good morning, Akiha. Good morning, Nissan. You're taking things slow for the morning of a trip, aren't you? She looks at me with a sharp gaze. Sorry, I couldn't sleep last night, and I was awake until early morning. This is still getting up early for me. Oh? Looking forward to a trip so much you couldn't sleep? How cute. Nissan, are you looking forward to playing with Inui-san so much? Oh, okay. That's right, he exists too. Why do you sound like that? Of course a trip is fun. I see. You seem almost drunk with happiness. You've been waiting for this day since the start of summer, right? I don't know where you're going with Inui-san, but there has to be something really good waiting for you there, right? Akiha-sama, I do not think that's quite right. Something good is something that is there, not something that is waiting. Ah, that's right. It would have to be a person to be waiting. There must be something wrong with me. I guess I was just waiting for Nissan for too long. These two, they seem to be in harmony all of a sudden. Well then, Nissan, how long will you be gone? 7 days. Why do you ask? Oh really? That's pretty short, since you can only see her once in a while. I thought that you'd spend your whole summer break there. Wait, what? Why is Kohaku... I guess she left the mansion, huh? I mean, maybe that's a way for her to move on. The mansion is, like, a pretty traumatizing place for her, I can imagine. She needs to, like, go out and be her own person, do her own thing. Okay, Nissan, don't you feel sorry for Kohaku like that? What are you saying? I'm just going on a random trip with Inui. I'm not going to see Kohaku-san at all. Anyway, I see her all the time. She's still coming here every weekend, so there's no real reason for me to go see her. There's really no need, but she probably is lonely, and I stare down at the floor. Damn, what's wrong with it? It's summer vacation after all, so they should pretend to not notice that I'm going to go see Kohaku-san. Oh, it's already late. I can't let her wait any longer, so I'll let you go for today, Nissan. Akiha sounds like she's having fun as she rises from the sofa. I'll leave it to you, Hisui. I'll be back in the evening, so we can maliciously gossip about Nissan then. Yes, let's. So what is with all these shifts in Akiha's personality, and even Hisui's? I'll be going. Nissan, you should be going as well. I'm not hoping for any souvenirs, so please relax. Akiha disappears towards the lobby, and then, man, I want to find a good... I just realized, I'm like, wait a minute, I feel really stupid. I'm like, the sensei had red hair, Kohaku and Hisui have red hair. Could it be that the woman with the red hair might be their mother? So of course that she would know about like the synchronizer, she would know about like, you know, my family, and that would be the reason that she would have those glasses for me. Is because we never really got any insight about who the sensei is. I'm like, I can't believe I just thought that maybe that could be a possibility. I don't know why it just popped up then. Akiha disappears towards the lobby, and then, man, I want to find a good man too. She leaves her last complaint loudly. Yeah, I feel like she is not quite gotten over. Maybe she has, but she seems to be getting more cheerful each day. I really didn't think things would end up this way. It's been about a year. Oh wow, a year. There's been a lot that's changed, but the biggest changes were in Akiha and Kohaku-san. Simply put, Akiha is still like back then. Her hair's still red, but she dyes it black. No, it's not like she uses chemicals, but it seems that she can change it with her will. She still has the urge to drink blood, so every once in a while she'll suck on a blood pack used for transfusions. Akiha absorbed some sort of evil spirit from Shiki. That's why she originally went on a rampage. But since then, I guess she has control over it. Simply put, it weakened when it transferred to Akiha, and its only influence is making her strong-willed. Well, she's more like a bully than strong-willed, but if I tell her that, she'll get angry, so I'm not going to. Not only did it make her a bit more honest, but it also increased her power. Thanks to that, Akiha can exert better control over her Tohno blood. That's probably why she can hide the color of her hair. To say the results, she's pretty much invincible, and as her dear Oni-chan, it's pretty troublesome to keep her under control. With regards to Kohaku-san, she became independent after the new year started. Because Akiha is now fine by herself, and maybe because she's planning something, Kohaku-san left to work in a mansion of a branch of the Tohno family in the mountain recesses of Nagano. But at the end of the week, she comes back here, and the four of us pass the time together like always. Before, I asked her why she decided to do that, and she answered that there was something she wanted to investigate and that I should wait patiently until she's done. Because I love her, I couldn't refuse, so all I can do now is wait. Since then, even though Kohaku-san and I can meet at the end of every week, being alone together is difficult because of Akiha and Hisui. Also, Kohaku-san and Akiha are on very good terms. Kohaku-san likes Akiha, and Akiha cares for Kohaku-san. About me and Kohaku-san, Akiha has acknowledged it openly. She did, but that's fine. If you're going to do as you please, Nissan, then I will do as I please. She added that random exclamation which can really mean anything. That's how it is, and then in the midst of all that complexity, I received a letter from Kohaku-san. The letter said there's something she wanted to show me, so she wants me to go to Nagano during summer break. After seeing that, I planned this insane trip immediately. I'm supposed to be spending the week with Arahiko, but Akiha and Hisui doubt me. Geez, these two, what do they think of me? Shiki-sama? Ugh, my heart skipped a beat. I wish Hisui'd stop sneaking up on me and suddenly speaking like that. Shiki-sama, if you do not hurry, will you not miss the train? Oh crap, this isn't the time to be spacing out. Always wanted to be prepared. Kohaku-san arranged transportation for me out to Nagano. I have a reserved seat on the train, so if I miss it, I'll have to pay out of pocket to ride. For a poor student without a job, that'd be like suicide. I'm sorry, I'll be off. I'm sorry for being in a rush this morning. Carrying my bag, I exit the sitting room. From behind me, yes, please send my best regards to Ne-san. Hisui's soft voice reaches my ears. The train continues forward. Bathed in the fragile white sunlight, it runs past the mountain countryside. Maybe it's because this is a really rural area, but I'm the only one in the car. Sitting by the window, I stare at the flowing scenery. The radiant sun illuminates my vision, while the wind wafts comfortably on my cheeks. I glance down at the letter. There's a picture included in the letter, and the address of where we're meeting. I say address, but there really isn't one. It's more of a take a left here, a right there, down this path sort of place without an address. This picture has to be of that place. A place to return to, huh? Where it is, I do have a feeling, without it being said. Kohaku-san probably remembered where it was. Those trivial words that Tohno Makahisa said. Just working off that information, she must have found that forest. The Black Forest, hidden from sight. The old mansion in the heart of the mountains. Long ago. The place where Nana Yashiki spent his childhood. It'll still be a while until I reach my destination. Is it because the sunshine is unusually strong? Closing my eyes, I lean back against the seat. Like that, I fall into a dream. A sunshine that's so white, the smell of the air untainted by the touch of civilization. The endlessly pure sky, the shimmering summer air that rides on the wind. The wild grass of spring, the starry sky of autumn. Cold ground during winter of my home. In summer, it was the bright flowers that steal your breath away. There, she's waiting. In front of a sea of flowers, the overwhelming scent of summer, a radiant smile that outshines even those sunflowers. In the midst of the burning heat, she greets me. Welcome back. This time, it's for real. As if fulfilling the childhood promise at last. Okay, alright, that was cute. I was hoping maybe we were gonna get a little bit more insight into, like, his family. You know, that he's exploring somewhere, you know, like, where he grew up, but okay, I have to say that this one started a little bit rough, I found, with, like, the, you know, it was just a lot of the same old. But towards the end, I liked that. I do wish that there was another ending. Maybe there could have been a quote-unquote a bad ending where we actually went through with killing Akiha, and in a way, I guess there kind of was. So, you know, like one of the CL Sensei lessons where I did kill her and then just, like, walked off. But I would have liked to have something more of a true ending where we get to see the after effects of, like, Kohaku being dead and Akiha being dead, but I guess in a way we also got that with one of Hisui's endings, and she has to deal with all that happening. But, yeah, I mean, they're still, like, they never, unless I'm dumb, they never really answer the question about, like, who is that sensei? Who was Sensei, and how did Sensei know about my abilities? My assumption is that somehow she's related because she's got the red hair. It could be a thing where she's related to, like, she's Kohaku and Hisui, but they're orphans, right? Or no, they were taken from the family because of, like, I can't remember if they were, like, orphans or not. Or because Akiha, her hair turns red when she embraces, like, her demon. So that could have been a Tohno as well, who also has the red hair. But they did some questions left unanswered. You have reached Kohaku's true ending. Well done. There's only one ending for Kohaku-san. If you come this far, you should understand that Kohaku-san's story is the prop man of Tsukihime, the story to tie up all the remaining events. Thank you so much for all your hard work. After a long time, their stories have ended. But please wait. There's still one person remaining. Yes, that is the story's main character. Oh my gosh, we actually get to see her at the very end. Oh. Right, Shiki. I was like, Arcuid, finally? His story is not over yet. In the heavens is the cold, round moon, but even that moon cannot be internally the same. After the end of all stories, the story of Tohno Shiki is waiting to be finished there. Okay. So is that under extra, perhaps? Oh, here we go. Eclipse. Oh my gosh, we actually... Okay, now that I'm looking at her, I'm like, this woman is definitely... That's gotta be Kohaku and Hisui's, like, mother? I'm guessing? I mean, you got the red hair, you got the blue eyes. Granted, that could also be, like, Akiha as well. She also had red hair and blue eyes when she was in her state, but... Okay, here we go. Let's check the final ending here. Eclipse. Suddenly, I wake up. A vast night, in the midst of a grassy field that extends as far as the eye can see, I stare blankly at the moon. There's no one else here. No signs of human presence. No sounds from any animals. Maybe it's because I've pushed myself too hard these past couple of days. I just wanted to lie down quietly and be alone, but it seems I fell asleep. It was a bright darkness, probably because the moon is hanging so low. The grassy field that looked like a black sea last night is bright, like some sort of a stage. A clearing illuminated by sharp, sharp moonlight. I thought it was like a theater somewhere, only there are no curtains around. This field that sweeps far and wide is devoid of any curtains of trees, nor is there an audience or stage crew. There's nothing here. The only things here are the moonlight and the white darkness. The wind does not blow, and the grass does not even sway. How quiet. I laugh quietly, as it feels like all the commotion until yesterday was just a joke. No, if you talk about jokes, then my life until now was so happy that looking back at it, it seems like it was all just an illusion. A lot of things have happened. There were a lot of amazing things that occurred, and my life changed pace quite often. The expected and the unexpected. Everything was illusory? Looking back, it seems that, no matter how trivial things seemed, all those coincidences built on each other. The days were only a repetition of each other, but no 2 days were quite the same. Then that means, perhaps each and every one of them was an irreplaceable moment I can never return to. I recall many things that happened. The memories are so nostalgic it makes me smile. Just the thought of new experiences awaiting me in the future, different from those of my past, makes me dizzy. Truly a mix of emotions, happiness, excitement, and enough worries to give me a headache. Thump. My heart beats loudly once. What comes after is my usual anemia. The dizziness continues for a while, but eventually disappears. Even though the wound on my chest is healed, my anemia didn't go away. It seems like my fragile health wasn't caused by the wound on my chest alone. Well, of course, being able to perceive the shape of death means I stand much closer to death than others. To be honest, I never thought about living a long life, like ordinary people. Thump. The sound of my heart beating. It's not like me to think of this, but I wonder just how long I can keep running through time. The conclusion is rather uninteresting, because even if it stops tomorrow, or in a few decades still, hey you, it's dangerous just lying around like that. And I hear a familiar voice. Hey! What do you mean, eh? You have an awful lot of free time on your hands if you can just sleep around here in the middle of the night. I was this close to kicking you, so you'd better watch out. She says this grumpily while carrying a trunk in one hand. Oh? Kicked? By who? I lift myself up. Isn't it obvious, stupid? You and I are the only ones here, so who else could it be but me? She declares this confidently as she folds her arms. Stifling the laughter spilling out of me, I gaze up at her and the moon. I can't believe it. I somehow felt that I'd meet you, but I didn't think that day would be today. What a coincidence. I didn't expect to see you here either. I heard you were here, but we never did meet up, did we? So I was thinking it was our fate this time not to meet. Although, we did see each other. It would have caused trouble, right? Right. I'm a member of the association after all. Oh, we're not quite on good terms with the church. Okay, I didn't see that coming. That she would be with the association. Okay. She laughs without any hint of guilt. It really is hard holding back my laughter. It makes me happy that this person hasn't changed one bit since the day we met. Since I ran out of things to do, I was going to leave here tomorrow. See, the incident was partially my fault, you know? So I stopped by here for a final check, and I almost ended up kicking some ordinary person. Then we were fated to meet. To be honest, I felt we would meet up again. I smile. You're right, I welcome this sort of fate. I feel like talking about fate, is this a precursor to, you know, like the Fate series? She flashes me an identical smile in return. Long time no see. You've grown up, Shiki. Yes, you seem to be doing well too, Sensei. Returning her plain greeting, I look back at Sensei with serious eyes. We sit in the field of grass and talk. We talk about senseless things, just like the old days. It was only briefly that we talked about what had happened and what we were going to do in the future. It's about time. I don't plan on staying here long. I'm leaving before dawn, so I'll have to part here. Saying that, Sensei stands up. I try to stand up with her, but I collapse. Shiki, I can hear her voice. I take a few deep breaths and stand back up. Dang, it seems like no sleep or rest until last night just hit me. Looks like it. That dizziness is your biggest weakness. You don't look like you have any injuries. Is your body alright? Yeah, thanks. Unlike you, I have a normal body. If you say so. She glances at me meaningfully, then looks directly into my eyes. Shiki, you know you're not going to last much longer. Her clear words. I'm surprised. It's not that I'm surprised by her words, but rather, I never thought she would say them. Well, yeah, I kinda know about it already. Is that so? But you seem pretty calm. Even now, you strain your body over something that has nothing to do with you. I would have a hard time believing it, but Are you really not afraid of dying? She stares at me, somewhat peeved. No way, I think I'm more afraid of death than most people. But that's something in the future. It may be tomorrow or next year, but I can't think about the future too much. I can't think about the future. I prioritize what I want to be doing now. I see, so you can see your own death as well. That's why you're more afraid of death than others. That makes sense. Even for me, I'd be shivering if I could see the 13 steps to the gallows. No, it's not like that. It's not like I can clearly sense when I will die. It's almost the same thing. Let's see. Can I ask you something for reference? You ended up with a body weaker than those of others. It would only be natural to curse it and fear for your life. Hey, Shiki, don't you find it difficult living a life with such a body? Sensei looks at me openly, yet with unreadable eyes. Those are the eyes of a magus, her side of which I'm not familiar with. Isn't that right? You can no longer have normal happiness like everyone else. As long as you have that body of yours, all that awaits is suffering. That may be so, but I think it's not that bad. But I'm probably happy, because up until now was a lot of fun, so it'll probably be fun in the future too. The sound of her gasping, the large sigh, she changes back to her usual self. Shiki. She seems sad as she calls my name. To be honest, I do feel some regret. I feel like I said something to you that I shouldn't have back then. I look straight into her eyes. It's different from before. Back then, I had to look up to see her eyes, but now she's looking up into mine. God doesn't give excessive powers without reason, and I told you that if you have that power, there has to be some meaning to it, but, you know, it's up to the individual to decide what that meaning may be. There's no room for anyone else, especially something as ambiguous as a god, to interfere. So, it would have been alright if you had done nothing. Even if you denied those eyes of yours and did nothing, it still would have been alright. I'm regretting my words because you could have led a normal life more suitable for you, as Shiki. Sensei, didn't I tell you earlier that you should live your life with an honest heart? You really did, Shiki. But that's something difficult to do. It would have been easier for you to stray from your path a little, because your eyes draw you to disaster. Isn't it ironic that a killer more skilled than anyone else also hates killing more than anyone else? If you lived a normal life, or had your heart deviated from the true path, you wouldn't have had to go through so much pain. Yeah, that may be true, now that you mention it. If I gave up, it may have been a little easier. But that has no meaning. It would have only made things a little easier. And to start out with, I never thought of it as particularly painful. You have the wrong idea, Sensei. Everything I did because I wanted to. It's not like I'm a saint or anything. I like myself just the way I am. That's why I was glad when you told me back then to become an adult by living just the way I was. Sensei, I don't regret anything, so there's no reason for you to regret anything either. I really feel that from the bottom of my heart, and I smile at her. As if dazzled by a radiant light, she narrows her eyes, and closes them briefly. I see. Man, it seems you really have become a wonderful young fellow. Her hand reaches for her trunk. Yeah, you're fine just the way you are, Shiki. My world is full of devious individuals, so associating with someone like you balances things out. It might be hard on you, but if you don't mind, then I guess it's alright. With a "see you," Sensei turns her back to me. I can't stop her, and there's no reason to. I can feel that this really is the last time. All I can remember is the one thing I forgot to say. That day, in an ocean of grass, an important friend who had spoken with me, who was about to disappear. There's no wind, the grass does not sway, and the only thing that changes is her figure, which gets farther away. She didn't turn around suddenly back then, and she won't now. Sensei, I call out to stop her. She halts in her tracks. What? She doesn't turn around. Only her voice drifts to me. I know what I must say. The words I've always wanted to. It's just that if I say those words, I really won't be able to see her ever again, but still, I have to say them. She told me, all I'm saying is live true to yourself and become a man in the manner that you think is right. She also taught me that it's important to accept my mistakes and to be able to apologize for them. That's why I have to say it. Thank you. I'm glad I met you, Sensei. That's what I felt as a child. Those words were the ones from the bottom of my heart that I once could not say, because I was filled with the sadness of parting. From behind, it seems that Sensei's surprised. She stands there, lowers her head, and turns towards me with her usual expression. Take care, Shiki. Let's meet again if we're fated to do so. Like, she looks kind of like CL a little bit. I'm seeing a lot of people in her. The eyes give me very much CL, though. She says this as if it were nothing, and the wind suddenly gusts. Swoosh, it rustles through the swaying grass, and the moon's light disappears. After that, as if abducted by the wind, she disappears. For some strange reason, I'm not shedding any tears. I feel sad, and I don't want to part, but not shedding tears also means that I've grown up since then. The grassy field becomes silent once more. Gazing up, it looks like the moon is about to vanish from the sky. All things pass by, just like the moon disappearing. And yet, after a long time, there may be the chance to meet again, and so tonight's moon disappears. Well then, I close my eyes just once, as if lowering the curtains. In the sky, dawn is drawing closer, just like the moon that has fallen. For the time being, the curtains are lowered on the long story for Tohno Shiki. The heavens soar high above. I look up while embraced by the clear, brisk night air. All things are uncertain, just like a waking dream. The past is all an illusion. It doesn't leave behind a tangible form, and even the most vivid of memories are really just transient. Yes, I believe that the moon's image will never fade away. Even that is fragile. Even though I know it will end one day, I don't care. The memories continue on. I'm sure that even the end will be a happy one. The lunar eclipse is far away. Everyone races through their remaining time and passes on. Alright, there we go. That's truly the end now. I'm glad we did get a little bit of very, very, very slight insight into Sensei. Alright, that's it. That is the end of Tsukihime. I'm glad that they did have that part at the end mentioning the that mysterious sensei. I would have liked more information on her. Maybe I'm just too dumb and there was something like super obvious about her that I didn't catch. But that was a cute ending with, yeah, with Kohaku in front of the flowers, and it seems like everybody got their good ending, which is nice. So what are my thoughts of Tsukihime? I liked it. I definitely prefer, like, this is the creators, I believe this is their, like, first game. So it is aged in a way, especially this classic version. I do know that they've come out with a re-release of Tsukihime, but it's only part of it. It's not the whole story, which is the reason why I went with the OG Tsukihime. But yeah, it was kind of like, it's charming. Just kind of like the very 2000s art style, things that if I had known about this game back in the day, I would have been all over just that old school art style. The story was good. I do like Fate better. I feel like the creator really found their footing with the future games, but you can definitely see the potential with this one. And it kind of makes me want to play the remake. Like, that's the other thing too. It's like the lack of voice acting, I feel really took away a little bit from making it a truly realized experience. So it makes me kind of want to play the remaster, the redone version with voice acting, with the updated graphics. I don't know how closely they've adhered to the original story. Like, is it worth me playing the new version? You guys can let me know. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to play it for the channel, especially if it is following this story very closely, because I don't really see the point of, like, playing the same game twice, essentially. But you can let me know. How does the remake compare to this one? What are your thoughts of it? I'm sure for a lot of people this game is a classic. This game is very nostalgic, and I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of it. I did have my complaints about it. I did find that it started really strong with the first two routes, especially with Ciel and with Arcuid. Like, I love their characters. Arcuid especially, she seemed like she was going to be such an important character. And then by the third playthrough, she was gone. I was like, I understand that the other characters, they needed their time to shine. We saw her story, and then Ciel's story kind of, like, built on that. And we needed time for, like, Akiha and Kohaku and Hisui. Like, we needed to see their story, but I missed her. Arcuid is just, she's just so full of life. She's such a fun character, and I wish there could have been more of her. So that's another downer. And then, yes, like, with the last three routes, it did feel like it just repeated itself. It felt like, you know, there was those days where Shiki was just in bed, sick, unable to do anything, and it just like, man, oh man, you know, it's like, I understand why they did that, but it just felt like it was wasting my time a little bit with that. But overall, it was a good experience. I liked it. Now, on to what the next game is going to be. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I still haven't figured out what game I'm going to be playing. Normally, I do a poll, and you guys can vote for which game you want me to play, but I've got kind of two games that I'm flipping back and forth between. So I'm going to make the choice of what game I want to play. If I've decided by the time this video comes out, I'll post it like in a pinned comment, but I'm kind of equally torn between two different games that I really want to try. So it might be a little bit, it might be a surprise. It might be a surprise of what game I'm going to be starting for my next Let's Play, but either way, it will be my usual, like, you know, my Friday YouTube series and then Thursday on Patreon. So stay tuned to find out what game I'm going to be playing next. I hope you did enjoy my playthrough of Tsukihime, and I hope you will tune in for whatever game that I choose to play next. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Lynn's VA, Kenju Storm, Icognito, Sean, Waz RD1, and iZuzu.